street and doing it strong.
All right. Good morning. God bless each and every one of you guys. It is Turned Up Tuesday, July the 5th, 2022, 2 minutes after y'all. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. That's Senny J and Barbi Cologne, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Good morning, guys. God bless you. Chat room is wide open, or please call in if you don't mind, 570-982-6950. Broadcasting live, iHeartRadio, radio.com. Also distributed by Comedy World Network. Please download the Comedy World Network app just in case everything goes down on this end. You can listen to the show, live stream it constantly. So we appreciate you guys over there as well. Special shout out to all our affiliates out throughout the country. Thank you so much for listening to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. You could Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. Also, we're on YouTube this morning. Just in case you don't, if you're not on social media, go to our YouTube page, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up Team, and like and subscribe to the page and get notified when we go live. We're on all social media platforms, each and every one of them. Thank you so much. Like my mother said, thank God for Jesus. We're on Facebook this morning, so please go to our business page, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team business page. Like the page. And you get notified when we go live Monday through Friday. You know, I always say this all the time. We're in summer hours for real. So thank you so much. Join our group, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team group. Thank you. We appreciate you. This way you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Senny J, God bless you. Good to see you. Good morning. Oh, my God. How are you?
Good morning, Shawn. Good morning, everybody listening. I'm here. We have a great show for you today on this Turned Up Tuesday. I have front page news for you and all the latest in entertainment. Stick around for that. Good morning, Barbi.
Good morning, City. Good morning, everyone. I have a special announcement for you all. An East Coast R&B takeover. When you say Saturday, July 30th, 2020.
Hold on, stop for a second. Is there a device? There's a device on in here.
Is that me? I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, sorry.
An East Coast R&B takeover for one night only, Saturday, July 30th, 2022 at 7 p.m. at the State Theater in New Jersey. An evening of soul with Eric Robinson, Avery Sunshine, and Kevin Ross. It's going to be live. It will definitely be a performance you would not want to miss. So make sure you get your tickets today. You can visit stnj.org to get tickets, and let's hope to see you there.
All right. Thank you so much, Barbi. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. We'll run that commercial back again in the next 45 minutes, so we truly appreciate, you guys come on out on July the 30th, and let's have a good time with some R&B heroes. All right. So before we get into this show, okay, Barbi, how was your weekend?
My weekend was quiet. It was nice.
Okay, good. Senny, what was going on with you in your weekend?
Shawn, it was just a lot going on. I can't even believe I'm here today. I had a good day yesterday. I grilled out, barbecued, and had some pool action and too much alcohol. It's just a lot this morning.
Right.
I think I don't think my body's processing alcohol like it used to.
Right. So here we go.
I think I need to go to the doctor.
What we need to happen here, everyone,
I'm
is
literally still drunk. I feel
right.
There's no way. There's no way.
All right. So what needs to happen here? Senny. Boy, I wish you would throw up in here right now. That'd be great. But not. Hear me out. Not on the equipment. Okay.
And not on me.
Senny, we're gonna have the Senny watch today. We want to see if Senny would really. And Senny, if you throw up that way. I'll clean it up, but just throw up by the door. Okay.
Like, honestly, it feels like if I like throw up, like I'll probably feel better.
Okay, but
it's like still circulating.
Don't wake up. Don't wake up in the morning. Don't. When it's time to throw up, you do it here. I don't want you to. I don't want you to run into the bathroom. I want you to do it here now.
Yo, you are horrible.
Senny.
My last shot was like at 132. It's for sure still in there.
Oh,
it's for sure.
Right.
Well,
plus all the other ones you
I'll tell you what. I just want to give you a mental reevaluation. Okay.
This morning feels like a long day.
Don't do like my father did back in the day. Get drunk and start cursing and arguing at folks. There might be. I just want to give you just a friendly reminder, because alcohol fuels that, and you're obviously still twisted. And we're about to start the show, and then you know how
lightly, Shawn.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. So I'm giving you like fair warning that you don't have to go there. Just whatever state of mind you in right now, just go through that without having the escalating feelings of anger, resentment. Try your best to be a happy hangover right now. Like make it feel, it's all in the perspective of things, Senny. All right, is a social media part on this thing?
Yeah,
it's on here.
All right,
you guys share the show.
Yeah, if you don't mind, please, thank you. All right, so here we go.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something before I do that. My weekend was great.
Oh, sorry, Shawn. How was your weekend?
And nobody cared.
We don't. We it's a horse tour. I can't.
It was all about Tanya this weekend.
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
It wasn't about Tanya this weekend.
It's a part of it was.
I was about to say, right?
Not all of it.
It's the whole month. It's her birthday.
Right, the whole month.
Yeah, well, it's draining my pockets too.
As it should.
Shout out to my wife. It was her birthday the other day, and we turned up, and it was.
Happy birthday,
you know what I'm saying?
I drank for you yesterday, girl.
Yeah. God bless her, and happy birthday.
You tired of saying that, Shawn?
Oh God. Anyway, and oh my God, man, the gifts, the freaking dinners. Oh,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Oh my God.
Once a year. Stop complaining.
Once a year. Who said that?
I'm talking about like her birthday comes once a year.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Birthdays all the time in my crib. And then oh boy, it was one of those weekends, Senny, every few, more than often. It was one of those weekends I was hanging out with like millionaires, and they live a whole nother different life, man. And
I'm sure they do.
And I did a private show in this mansion. Senny,
I know. Is that the one you put up your picture?
Yeah, Senny, this dude's basement was the size of a house. Wow. The basement, and the basement was connected to a movie room.
That's nice.
And I pulled up. I knew I was gonna get my money because there was a Rolls Royce and a Bentley outside. So I knew. I was like, my money here, because what they was paying me was suspect. It was a lot of money they were paying me. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But when I pulled up, I said, all right, it's cool. And they had lobsters and all that. It's a whole different world. Some of these people, they don't give a damn about the gas prices.
Right.
They don't care about the food. They don't care. No, they laughing. They just oblivious to all of this. It's its own little bubble. And I want to shout out, the money team, Mayweather, Senny, the Mayweather money team for hiring your boy.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you. You need me to do something else? I will. So I definitely appreciate. You know what is weird? This guy, boy, he had this Olympic-sized pool, Senny, right? And oh man, you know they had. You know when black folks are rich, when they have like gay white guys running around serving you food.
Yeah.
That's when you know. That's and Senny. I was like, I always have my swimming gear in the car, and I didn't have it because I washed it. And Senny, I get there. There's nobody in the. There's 100 people there. Not one black person. Even the guy who owned the place. Nobody's in the pool. Beautiful pool, Senny J. Nobody's swimming. They're on the edge of the pool taking pictures.
Yeah.
But nobody's physically swimming, Senny J. Senny, this was an Olympics regulated, like lap style kind of a pool, but it was done in a luxurious kind of way.
Right.
Man. And anyway, shout out to the lobsters and the steaks. All right, now, let's get to this.
Bring some home. Did you bring a doggy bag?
Yeah, I did. I bought a doggy bag.
Get a little plate
yeah,
together.
I told the missus, the Mrs. Money team, and God bless this woman, man.
Not
He
Mrs.
said Mrs. Money.
Yeah, she was so rich. I go, Mrs. Money team. Yeah, you got extra lobsters and steaks and all kind of They had this macaroni and cheese, and it was stuffed on some like cream cheese kind of thing on top of like a lobster. It was crazy. So I said to her, I go, listen, you got 40 lobsters here left for 1,500 steaks. She stopped me. She said, Shawn, go ahead and take what you want.
She already knew what you were
She already started. She said, Shawn.
You giving her inventory.
Right.
Yeah, she said, Shawn.
Right, being a typical neighbor.
She said, Shawn, go on and take whatever you want. And boy, I almost took the pan. It didn't matter. They have tons of food. And you know when you're in somebody's, and this is not the first time I've done this, but it's, those porta potties, Senny, the regular porta potties we have? These rich guys, it's a different porta potty.
Luxury porta potty.
It's the luxury one with the air conditioning in it, and it has this fake like wood inside of it, and it smells good. Like you want to take a poop in there.
Not a poop.
It's like it's one of those situations. So Money Team, Mayweather Money Team, thank you. Now, I am Mule 831 South Delaware Drive this Sunday. Y'all come on out. Okay, so Senny, here we go. It's an old one, but we'll get back, get into it for a Turned Up Tuesday. Okay, here we go. My wife named our son after her first love, and I had no idea. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so, we're dropping these jewels here.
Whatever.
When it's jewel dropping time. This folks in the chat room?
Yeah.
Okay. My wife named our son after her first love, and I had no idea. Senny, this is a situation where a man was walking in the mall with his beloved wife. Right, and wherever mall in USA, somewhere in the country.
Whatever mall you say.
And before we get into all the shootings for the 4th of July. And Senny, they ran into the young lady's high school friend.
Right.
And everybody's talking for a moment, and they she didn't know that they had the baby, so she's like, "Oh, what's the baby's name?" And when the young lady said the name, the girlfriend knew exactly who the boy was named after.
Right.
Because it was a unique name. Because it was a unique name. One of those names. That's a unique name that only 4 people have. And then the husband is like, yo, what's going on here? And then he finds out, through questioning, of course, and through, whatever, she admits the fact that she named their son after her first love. Now,
So the old friend said something to her in front of the husband?
the old friend, her reaction. Her reaction was like, wow, you named your son after blah, blah, blah. And then he got into a discussion like, what's going on here? Now, here's the first problem with that. On a Turned Up Tuesday. Here's the first problem with that. I guess when you're having a child, and everyone in this room has had a child, I think that the name of the child is definitely a discussion with both parents. Yeah. I think in certain situations. Usually. Because some situations it's not. It's a fractured relationship. No one speaking to each other. And both parties go on and do whatever they do. And then the child is born and the child has the name. Sometimes these names are resentful. Sometimes the father and the mother, Senny, are not together. And then the mother names the child after the father. and vice versa. But in a situation like this, I blame the man, Senny, and Barbi Cologne, because why would you allow this to happen as far as vetting names to a child? You can't sit there, for me, can't sit there and say, hey, all right, especially, I want to name, for example, the ladies, I want to name the baby if it's a girl. I name the baby it's a girl, you name the baby it's a boy. All right, that's kind of cool. But some people are always like, men and women, they're hell-bent on saying, yo, the baby name is this, and there's no discussion about it.
We're not going to do that.
And sometimes, sometimes us men, we yield to that. And in this case, it was a horrific situation where now this boy is named after the mother's first love, and this man is the father. Now, crazy. Now, there's a few ways to go about this. Do you, as a man or a woman, but we'll stick to the men. Welcome to the show, guys. We appreciate you. Thank you.
No, we appreciate it.
We do.
We do, yeah.
Well, some hours, guys.
We'd appreciate you sharing the show.
Yeah, please share the show if you don't mind. Please share the show. Now, ladies, there's a certain way to go about this. Okay. As a man, and then we get to the woman perspective on it. You can yield and say, you know what, she did this, and then I think I'll just live with this. And go on with our everyday life and our everyday relationship. That's one way to deal with it, right? The other way to deal with it is to have a heavy resentment for the rest of your life, because I think that's going to be an everyday argument. That's the second reason. And the third situation is you probably just would leave the relationship. Now,
over a name?
Now, and then we get to the women's perspective on it.
Serious.
Now there is what are they saying in the chat room real quick, Barbi? Okay, so there's a fine line with that, Senny, and I'll tell you why. And it goes to the man, the men, our ego, the average man, especially average black man, even white guy. I think race has nothing to do with this. Senny, I don't think that I could deal with a situation like this.
What now?
Where my child is named after my wife's or girlfriend, whatever it is, lover or first love or ex-husband or.
It does seem a little disrespectful.
I don't think that or it's her first love. It was her first love. Now the conversation is this, Senny, while you're hungover in Barbi Cologne.
I had to say that.
The whole thing is this.
You all right?
I think it's a total violation that a woman would name her son after her first love.
Absolutely, it's violation.
Is it something that Harvey can get
It's
over?
a violation.
Right, is it? Is it something that Harvey can get over? Or is there
Yes.
something that a man can get over? Here's the first, like I said, back to what I was saying. Sometimes that's why you got to vet these names.
How you gonna know?
Especially if the relationship is a good relationship. You got to vet these names. And if a woman come up and say, hey, I want Mario. Let's say Mario. Mario was her first love. I want to name the baby Mario. I think the father should say, hey, why?
Right.
Why Mario?
Where'd you get that name from? Because I'm asking questions. If my ex, if I have another baby and they say, hey, let's name the baby XYZ, where you get that name from? Why? Because I'm asking questions. Because you will not name my child after your ex-girlfriend or your first
The
love.
question is, do you like the name or not?
No, well, I
Now
don't
you
like
ain't gonna
it.
ask me no background. I had to go through this with my children's father. He didn't. I wanted to name my son
What? Amarion?
Cameron. That's what I wanted his first name to be.
I like Karen.
And his father was like, I actually wanted him to be a junior. And then his dad was like, nah, I don't want that. So I'm like, okay. And, you know, he wasn't coming up with nothing. And so I was like, I like Cameron. What about Cameron? And he was like, because I was going to name him something else. I like the name Aiden. And one of my best friends, she was pregnant around the same time. Said she was naming her son Aiden. She ended up changed the name the day before she was giving birth. Fine, whatever.
Your name.
Took my name and then didn't
Don't
even use it.
Right.
So then I was like, fine. So then I said Cameron. I liked Cameron. I was like, ooh, this is gonna fit real nice. Nah, that used to be one of my boys' name. I'm like, so who even is this boy? You've never even talked about this person. Nah, I don't want to do that. Blah blah. All this drama about the name because I was like, I really liked it, and it was like stuck in my head, and then I was mad because he said that. So whatever. So I named him Jaden, and made Cameron his middle name. And then look, you gonna go and get locked up. So I started calling him Cam anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his name.
Your son's name is Jaden?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Me either. I thought his name was Cameron this whole time because all I hear you call him is Cam.
Because that's his name.
So go and switch it back.
So wow, see, this runs deep. See how deep this runs?
Not deep.
Yeah, it is deep. 'Cause
It is deep.
we were
It's very
arguing.
deep.
Because I just thought it was stupid. Who cares? That has
But-
no association.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. But even
don't
if
even
that's
know
the
this
but
person.
even if that's the case, say they didn't have any association, but say you have to come to some type of mutual agreement though with a name. I would assume, right? So if you was hell bent stuck on one name, was that fair to him? Because maybe there was a vetting again. Back to the vetting. There's a vetting situation with this, and is it safe to say that you didn't allow that process to happen because you were just stuck on this one name?
No, but she said he wasn't coming up with nothing.
yeah, he wasn't really saying anything. So I was like, I have a name. Why can't I use this
Okay, so
name?
maybe he wanted for you to get multiple names then.
I don't know what he wanted, but
What
to
was your
me,
other names? You said the other name was what?
Aiden.
Aiden,
And
Cameron, what else?
Cameron and a junior. I was thinking about junior.
and he said no.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not real particular about boy names because I like traditional boy names like Michael, Christian, stuff like that. I didn't really want it to be exotic. My daughter's name, I wanted it to be like, kind of unique. But my son, I was just like, I didn't really care. But then once I heard it, I was like, I like that. So I just think, people being like, you have to get to the root of the issue. Like, what is the real problem with the name? Why are you associating your child with that name of either somebody you didn't like or if it was your ex or whatever? Like, who cares? Like, it don't matter. It's just a name.
Okay, so my whole thing is
But
this.
it does matter.
People-
If you're married, Cindy, and your husband say, all right, I want to name her, let's say Luce, instead of name her Luce, he named her Cynthia, and you found out that Cynthia was his first love, whom he still is in love with, you're not going to feel some kind of way?
I mean, if they're still in love, I mean, first of all, I don't know how you're going to find out. And then second of all, how are you going to take it to that level of to know if they still have an attachment to that person?
Wait, hold on.
If he naming his baby after her, he's still attached to that woman 10 years later.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Or what if he just really likes the name?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Fellas, would you, before we go down another street with this hold on a second. Hold on. Fellas, would you be okay with your wife or your baby mother, whoever it is, naming your, especially if it's a boy, obviously it's a boy,
Right.
name it's your boy the name of her first love, and they had to put another twist on it. Everyone, they were together. He didn't know this for 5 years. So that's why I said, like, I think it's the man's fault. I think it's his fault. But the end story is he dealt with it. He loves his wife, and he's just gonna continue on. You know, he's there with his wife. So the boy is named after her first love, and then they're just going on with their everyday lives. What Lee's saying?
Oh, Lee, when I asked Senny, would she be upset if her, situation was something like this? He said she lying if she say no, Barbie.
Well, here we go. So, fellas, would you, because is it disrespect? I think it's a borderline disrespect. Is it? But it's more ego driven, I think. I would say if it would be disrespectful if the mother named the baby, like, say, after her baby father. You know what I mean? Like, that would be weird. Like, say they're not together no more, and then he jumps into this relationship with this woman, and they have a healthy relationship, and then she gets pregnant, and she's dealing with her baby father every day, and all of a sudden she wants to name the baby after the baby father. Now that's I think that would be disrespectful.
That grounds for separation.
Now, I see, because you got to put all the variables in. They've been together for 5 years. He finds this out. Is this warranted to have this relationship discontinued? Do you discontinue a life that you built because, Senny, the baby's named after the first love? After the boy's 5 years old, you got an everyday relationship. Y'all out here working, you're building, you're doing everything, to sustain your relationship. Can your relationship survive that? So, Senny, I ask you first. If you find out that your baby father named your child after his first love or someone he really adored, would that be grounds for termination of a relationship? Wake up, Senny.
I don't think it would be grounds for termination of a relationship. Like, with this situation, he tried to talk to her about it. She didn't want to talk about it. Like, I think that adds another layer to it. I mean, it might be a conversation like, why would you pick that name? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But, I mean, I'm not going to... if you still love her, if that is the case, I'd be like, then why are you with me? You know what I'm saying? And then that's going to lead to other things. But if it's just like, no, I just like the name and, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't even know how that situation even comes up. I mean, that was a unique situation, but I mean, I don't think you really gonna know anyway. So, to me, whatever.
So I don't think it's grounds for termination. Yeah, but you definitely gonna have a conversation.
All right. Now, here, I'll tell you what's gonna happen with Harvey. Oh, Barbie, the termination or not?
No, it's not. You don't have to end your relationship because of that, but you definitely need to have a good conversation.
Here we go. This is gonna sound very radical from your boy. God bless. Good morning. Like and share the show, please. I'm out the door. I'm done.
Are you gonna leave, Shawn?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Baby father, first love. 5 years done went by. You haven't shared any information with me. You thought it was cute. You was very controlling. You didn't consider my feelings at all. I'm up here running around here calling my son some dude's name that used to put sperm on your forehead.
Not Shawn.
That you fell in love with, that your whole family knows.
Oh, goodness.
And the family too. F the family too, because they know that this dude was my wife's or baby mother's first love.
They probably
and I'm
said
shocked
something to
that
her.
I'm shocked that they didn't even come to me. Not even one of those nosy ass cousins should have tapped me on the shoulder and go, yo, you know that was her first love. So now if the family is concealing this information from your boy, then that means that's total violation. So now for 5 years, you got me running around looking crazy in these streets. And I'm out here yelling this boy's name. Nah. Your mother-in-law didn't say nothing. The freaking cousins, your best friends, your high school basketball members, your co-workers. I've been running around here for 5 years calling out Mario's name. And proud of it. We done took social media pics together. I'ma still love that. I'ma still love that boy. But I got to go.
So you gonna leave?
I'm out.
You gonna leave your son?
I'm gonna leave little Mario. Mario, I'll be cross town. Let's share the child. I'm out of here because it was a horrific conspiracy from all of the family members. And I got a part to play in it too because I didn't vet the whole situation. Maybe I was a bitch-ass neighbor and didn't want to bring it up. Or like Senny gave that responsibility in Senny's situation, the baby father gave all that responsibility to her. That's why you got to vet these things. I'm not going to sit there as a man and have the woman come up with all these names and I pick one. No, we're going to get these names together and we're going to vet them. And now I'm running around here for 5 years. My ego is not going to allow me to deal with this. What? Maybe if it first went down in the beginning, maybe. Maybe when the baby's born and it's Mario and I'm like, and then she tells me the story, then I'm like, all right, I don't know. Maybe we could change the name. I don't know. But maybe I could deal with it better, but not years later. I can't do it.
I think a man definitely, especially his ego, will definitely be bruised. Like, did you really name my kid after this?
I'm gonna check. I'm checking out of that thing so fast. I'm checking out. I'm out of there. Harvey's leaving, and when the boy says what happened, Dad, I'm gonna say, yo, your mother.
What the mother do?
Your mother gave you the name of a dude that she was in love with that she smashed. And partly some of this was my fault because I didn't vet the name. But I can't deal with this anymore. What else are they saying before we move on? I'm out. I'm sorry, guys. Harvey's out the door.
Vanetta said her youngest son has a brother with the same first and middle name. Okay, so either the father, your ex loved the name, or the girlfriend was copying Vanetta. Which one was it?
Because he's named after the dad, right?
The boy's named after who?
Well, that would mean are they named? They're named after their dad, right?
Wait a minute. Wait, you lost me. Vanetta's what?
Vanetta, youngest son, has a brother with the same first and middle name.
Same first and middle name.
So, and Senny was saying that it might be named after the father. You said?
Yeah. If your
they had their father,
your husband's ex was trying to be petty, Who's older though?
Right.
Your son or her son?
Oh boy. Right. See,
Who's older?
there you go.
She was petty or you was petty, B. Who was it?
Right. That's well. Yeah. Tell the whole story.
Right. Let's get the whole story.
And I believe that ladies across the world, all ladies, even if you had the mere thought of naming your child after someone you smashed.
Oh, she said he was named after his father, and the brother is older. So B, you was being petty. Banana, you was
Y'all
being
know
petty.
Betty.
Banana.
Let's clap for Banana.
Banana was like, I'm the wife.
Right.
So
Right.
He gonna get that name.
Right. Let's clap for Banana. Let's clap for Banana. No, Banana. Very petty, but go ahead. Let's go. Damn. And these decisions are lifelong decisions too.
Right. My father doesn't have, out of the 5 boys he had, none of them are named after him.
Now,
It was like, nope.
Ladies, if that's the case, and if you're thinking that, you're out of order and you're being disrespectful.
what?
That if you want to name a child after a first love or after a baby father. Hello? Yes, good morning. Hold on. After
Hey, Banana.
after let me get this. After
Well, you know, the father probably wanted him to be named Junior.
After the ladies, if you want to name your baby after your lover or ex-husband or whatever, you're totally disrespectful, and you shouldn't even be in a relationship.
What?
And the father should run out the door. And if there's co-conspirators involved in this too, you cut them all off too. Because if you're running around here and the baby has that name and all these other family members, like I said, if they know this and they're not telling you this, then you need to cut everybody off. Guys, Shawn Harvey Morning Show.
Yes, hi, good morning, guys.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, B.
Go ahead. What happened?
All right, so no, it was actually not me being petty. It really wasn't. So, my ex-husband, he had kids before him and I got together because he was for the streets, right? He was for the streets. So he had a son that was that had the same first and middle name as he did, but the child had a different last name because him and the mother, they were young, they were not together. And when she gave birth, he wasn't even around. So the mother just, like Shawn was saying, they don't be together, but the mother still, named the child after the father. That's what happened. So years later, when I came along, and then I was having our youngest son, he wanted him to be a namesake. And I'm like, well, hold up. I'm like, you already have a child somewhere out there with the first and middle name. I was like, no. And my older 2 sons, their names are with a J. So, I wanted to keep the theme going.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And literally, I had a name and everything picked out for him. And I'm talking about this man argued me down and then even got my mother in on it. And my mother was like getting on my back, like, just let this man have his namesake. I was like, he already has a child named after him. And they was trying to argue with the fact that it's not a namesake because the child doesn't have the last name.
Yeah.
So my ex, he's a junior. My son is the 3rd. So I was in the hospital looking at the nurses like, and I just said, all right, just give him the damn name.
Not give him the damn
Well.
name.
And it's so crazy because I was really in my head because I already had a name picked out for him because I named all my kids. He's the only one that I didn't really name technically. And and everybody who knows, you can ask Danielle and Senny, our oldest son actually looks exactly like his father. But for whatever reason at that time, he didn't want me to name that child after him. So why you want this little one to be named after you?
Right.
What was the other name you had picked out?
He was going to be Jordan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I like
Jaron,
Jordan.
Jalen, and then Jordan.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
what's
I like that name. I wanted to name my daughter Jordan.
What's the namesake of your son? What's the name again?
Ricardo Alfredo.
Ricardo, you're talking about Ricardo. Okay,
How
so
you putting a boy whole government
Yeah,
out?
she-
She's like,
that's fine.
Ricardo,
That's fine.
Alfredo,
so there's 2 Ricardos out here in these streets.
There's 2 Ricardo Alfredos out in the street.
Right. Now,
And it's so crazy. They call the other one Ricky. But we don't really have like a big relationship
Of
with him.
course.
I don't know. He's a little weird. But everybody calls him Ricky. And then, of course, my son, they call Ricardo or Pardo or whatever.
Boy,
And
boy,
it's
you
so
just.
crazy 'cause I didn't even meet that other child.
Wait, stop,
give her all the
stop. No, you're not. It's not. She's giving all the tea. It's you're being. Listen, you're being disrespectful, Vanetta. Hold on. You're being disrespectful. You saying using the word others, him,
Weird.
Ricky. Nah, stop it. Knock it off.
Be nice.
They're
be
both
nice.
named. You don't have a relationship. Okay, cool. That's fine. I get it. Thanks for your honesty, but knock it off.
Look,
There's
he's
two
gonna
Ricardos.
get
There's
romance,
two Ricardos out here, right?
Yes, there's two Ricardos.
Do the Ricardos know each other?
Yeah, they know each other. They met, I think, when my son was maybe 7 or 8. Because I was with him for 12 years and never seen the child.
Good.
So
Okay.
when
That's
we,
normal.
Wow.
When we finally met him,
That's normal.
my son was like 8, so it was a little. It was just weird. The whole thing was just weird.
Right. So that boosts the baby father ex-husband. That boosts him up. He got two Ricardos out in these streets.
His ego was high.
With the last name. But let's give a Vanetta. Let's give a special shout out to Ricky, Ricardo #1, the original Ricardo.
Not the
What
original.
happened? There's no original.
Okay.
The original is the father.
Okay,
The
the
original
original.
is my father-in-law who passed away.
In the sperm bank, Ricardo #1 is the first one. And then you got Ricardo #2.
I got Ricardo #3.
Yeah, you have Ricardo #3, of course. A lot of Ricardos.
Yeah.
But let's clap.
Yeah, Cap and
That's a
Bear.
very
Now,
interesting
now,
story,
now,
Vanetta.
if
Interesting. Yeah.
would you think it's disrespectful to even without this vetting process, say the father just say, "Go ahead, name the baby whatever you want to," and a woman names the baby after a first love or a baby father or whatever. Do you think that that's totally disrespectful?
Very, yeah.
Now,
And I wouldn't even play myself because everybody know who my first love is. I wouldn't even play myself. They be like, "Child, you wrong for that." So I wouldn't even try that.
now,
Right.
would and like say if a woman did it or you did it, this is generally speaking here, and the father finds out years later, would that be a situation where where the man could terminate the relationship, or should he continue on?
Of course.
Okay, hold on.
Absolutely.
So wait a minute. What about? Hold on, Vanetta, because I went to the extreme. I'm out the door. But the whole thing is this: there's a whole life. I'm willing to sacrifice a whole entire life that I built with this woman because of this. Sometimes you just can't leave.
Right.
Would you? If that was you, would you leave? If you find out,
I would leave.
even if you built this life, you got the
wouldn't
mortgage,
leave
the
over a
cars,
name?
the kids, everybody goes to the same school, the neighbors across the street. You still
Let me
leaving?
not say that. Let me not say that because you're right. Because depending on the situation, people say they will leave, but once they're in a situation and there's different factors, they may not leave. We all know that, right?
Right.
So, but there would definitely be a changing of the names.
Now,
I agree with that because we changed that name.
so you're saying, I mean, in certain states, Senny, right? I think the parents can have a certain window where they could change the name before the child can change their own name, right? We got to research that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to go to court.
Right, you have to go to court.
If
So-
the name is already established, you have to go to
gotta go
court.
to
Okay,
and
so-
change the name.
so-
I
All of
think
that
you
stuff.
have like 30 days to choose a name.
Okay, so wait a minute. So
No,
you're
to
saying if the
choose or
child
change.
is
It's already there.
well, what about? This might be a possible fit. Nah, it's not gonna fit. Like Senny, in Senny's situation, Vanetta, she just actually took her son's middle name and made it his first name.
Right, because I didn't even know. I'm sitting here like, Jada, who that?
Right. So my whole thing is this: what if the child had a middle name, and instead of going to the whole court process, we just start using the middle name? Would that be enough to stay in the relationship? Because for me, that's still not enough. Would that be enough for you?
Yeah, that's enough to stay in a relationship, but I mean, the child can take the middle name, but that's not the child's legal name. So all of their documents are still going to say the original name.
So then we're going to have to change the name. We're going to have to, but then, Vanetta, would that be a deal breaker in the relationship? Because now the woman or the man is on the defense now, like, I am not changing this name. So if the woman or the man say they're not changing the name, then is that a deal breaker?
Out. Yes, that's a deal breaker.
Right, that would be right. Would that right? Because
I'm not gonna be walking around calling my daughter by some other chick you was out here in the streets with, or whatever situation. Your supposed first love, whatever. You know me, I'll be petty with it. No, we're not doing that. I'm not calling my daughter. No, we're not doing that. So no, her name is gonna be changed expeditiously.
Okay, Vanessa, I know that's right.
Like some overnight post office situation.
Oh.
Birth certificate, Social Security, we changing it all. School records, we changing it all.
And
Yes.
then just moving forward, do you think that would take the relationship to another level? Would that regain trust, or will that be still an ongoing, situation? And the child is part
What
two.
if the dad refuses to change the
Listen,
name?
we would like to say, okay, yeah, and you can move past things or whatever. We would like to say that, but in actuality, no, because I just feel like it's going to drum up a lot of resentment, and it's going to cause issues in the relationship. Because that little catalyst, and we all know it only takes one thing, and it could be something that has nothing to do with the current topic, but we're going to use that as a catalyst to start arguments, regardless.
What if his first love and his mom had the same name?
Then he better say he named it after his mama.
No, he can't name the child out. No,
Can't do that.
no,
What?
no.
What if his ex that he loved had the same name as his mom? Then what would you do if you found out that that's his ex name, but it's also his mom's name?
Hold on, Vanetta. You don't,
No.
Then we
Vanetta.
might just give the baby that middle name, but she ain't getting that first name.
Vanetta, just hold for a second. Hold a second.
That's why
gonna
it don't really matter.
I'm gonna answer that one.
It matters.
Okay, what?
The baby won't be named after my mother. That's it. That's it. No.
But you're finding this out after the fact.
The
kid has already been named. The kid is already named.
Go.
The kid's already 5 years old, already answering to the name. That's their name.
All right, Senny.
And
God
then what
bless
you
your.
gonna do?
God bless your hangover. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Harvey's out the door. Harvey's out the door.
Because it's just a name.
Harvey's
it don't
out the
matter.
door.
But it does.
Harvey's out the door. Vanetta.
Well,
Vanetta.
that's my mom's name.
I don't give a damn.
Guess what?
Shout out to Mother Harvey. I don't care. Vanetta.
And that's why it was so great, because your
Vanetta.
ex and your mom got along. They
Nah.
were like, oh, we have
Right.
the same
Nah.
name.
Then
Out
they
the
should
door.
have had the baby named after.
Nope, out the door. What's your feelings on this, Vanetta?
She could have been a third.
Vanetta, what's your
just
feelings
a
on
name.
this? The mother.
No, I agree with you. I'm out the door, and I have to say, I think Senny is saying that to kind of go across the grain. But I know daggone well that if she found out that her daughter was named after her ex's first love, Senny would have a problem with it. Like, Senny, stop. You would have a problem.
She knows she would.
I mean, in the scenario that was
she likes
given.
she likes to be love, peace, and hair grease. But the real deal is Senny would be pissed off.
Mad as hell.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna, be like, really. You know what I'm saying? Why would you pick that name? You know what I'm saying? Definitely in the naming process, because look, when you're naming babies in your relationships, it's always like a back and forth between you and your partner. And when they do throw out a girl name, you be like, where that name come from? Why you like that name? Because sometimes when guys are adamant, I forget what name my ex was adamant on, and I asked him, I was like, why are you so adamant about that name?
He wanted that name? He wanted?
He wanted some other name. I don't even remember what it was, but he brought it up a couple times, and I was like, who's that? You know somebody with that name? And he was like, nah, it's just pretty. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I really don't think it would really.
Vanetta, do you
be
think
that big of a deal.
Do you think that? Because now it's
I'm
the
not
name.
breaking
I don't think it's more about the name of the child. I mean, most healthy folks will sit down and figure that out, Vanetta.
Right.
But when it goes in a whole nother direction into Dramaville, I think it's because of the individual. I think there's a control situation here, and unfortunately, and let's clap for Vanetta. She's always sharing, and that's what happened with you and others. You had this whole thing, you had all the J's, all the J's.
Yes.
You had all the J's. It was, and you had it well thought out.
Yep.
And the person, the baby father, is like, no, I want to go this direction. So a lot of it, I think, when it comes down to things like this, has to do with the individual Senny J and the way their mental is set up. Because there's no compromising, because it's such an important decision. It's really an easy decision. It's an important, easy decision. But when you throw cray-cray in it, then that's the problem. Because she had these names. Shout out to Ricardo.
Right.
She had these names. She went from Jordan to Ricardo. Oh, my God. Shout out to you because you had everything planned out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, literally, I did not. I agreed to it when, like, literally, Ricardo was like laying on my chest. I had just had him, and he was ringing the stupid bell in the hospital. I literally, I had to sit there for like 5 minutes. I was like, oh my God. My mother was like, girl, just give this man his namesake. I was like looking at my mother like, what side you on?
Right.
Well, Vanetta.
I was like, all right.
Well, Vanetta, oh, Jesus Christ, I sympathize with you. That must have been torture for you to go through this and then have the baby born and then make this final decision. I sympathize with what you went through, honestly, because that's terrible.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, they should yield to whatever the mother wants to name the baby anyway.
I do.
I am the one pushing. I am the one bringing this life.
That's a joint decision, Cindy.
Please, what?
Yeah, it was super. No, the sperm started it, bro.
Listen, no, I told my children's father that.
You didn't get pregnant on your own, bro.
I told my children's father, I am allowing you to go.
Wow.
When we were arguing over.
Vanetta, all right, God bless you, Vanetta.
Love you, Vanetta. When we were arguing over Jaden, Cameron, da 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 da. I was like, you are lucky I'm allowing you to have the final say over what happens anyway, because this is my baby.
Okay, Barbi.
And look,
now, Barbi,
been raising him ever since. Come on. I'm the one giving life. Mother Earth, mother, hello, womb, my womb, flesh of my flesh.
But it takes that sperm to create a
Please.
No,
That's the problem.
Barbi
These
Cologne.
men want so much accolades for doing nothing.
Barbi, don't. This was his Barbi. No. Stay here. Stay in Harvey's house. Here.
There's a problem now going on with the abortions and all this stuff. This is my baby.
Barbi Cologne.
Yeah, sure.
I just said.
Go tell me what I'm gonna name my baby. I just pushed out. You gonna tell me what I'm gonna name her?
I just said that there are mental challenges with people. It's an easy, important decision. I just said that, but the problem is it's the mental capacity of the person that you try to work with in this simple, important process. It has everything to do with the person. And she just proved that to me right now.
And that's why the homegirl in this scenario didn't talk to him about it. Look, it's done. I named him. That's my child. Whether you hear or not, that's my baby. And I'm going to call him what I'm going to call him. You can't wrap your head around that. There is the door, sir.
Now, that's not right.
Well, no, she's telling the truth. What do they say in the chat room real quick?
You can't handle it. You can't handle a name.
Senny, you have control issues.
Yeah, my ex is Mustafa.
Yeah, you have control.
That's little Mustafa right there.
You have control.
Or whatever I want to call him.
Yeah, that's not it.
Whatever I want to call him today.
Well, thank God I didn't have a baby by you.
That is my child.
Oh, my God. Then keep the little neighbor. I'll make another neighbor.
Listen,
I'll make another neighbor. Because I'm not dealing with you and your BS.
Don't be out here
letting
these men bully you.
Oh, bully?
Into what you are going to name the flesh of your flesh that came out of your vagina.
Yeah, but that sperm dropped right in that stomach area of yours.
I don't give a damn about your little tadpoles. I don't give a damn.
Oh, yo.
That is your baby. You gotta call it for the next 50, 70 years, however long you're on this earth. That is your baby.
That's your baby.
Yo.
He can give his...
Y'all gotta call him what y'all gotta call him.
He can give his input. But the final say, I will take your suggestions, sir.
I am
the final say should yield to the mother.
You're the type of woman I would be glad to pay child support to. I want you out of my life. I don't want you there. Here go your money. Take your child and get the hell out of here. Hold on, Senny. Hold on.
You see, I got my name.
Hold on. We'll be right.
Name my kids what I want to call them.
It's DJ Young and Nut.
we're back 58 minutes after y'all. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake Up Team, that's Senny J, Barbi Cologne, where you get your morning started right. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Go ahead, Barbi.
Good morning. Good morning. We have a great special event coming up, guys. Saturday, July 30th, 2022 at 7 p.m. East Coast R&B takeover for one night only. This will definitely be an event you will not want to miss. An evening of soul with Eric Robinson, Avery Sunshine, and Kevin Ross live. You can get your tickets at stnj.org. Make sure you get your tickets today.
All right, thank you so much. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Hey, guys, don't forget, Iron Mule this Sunday, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Sunday Night Laughs. We're back again that fast. We just seemed like we did a show last week. We're back. We got the super hilarious Ray Gorton in the building and a few other comedians. So y'all come on out, get your laugh on. Summer Madness at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Doors open up at 5. Showtime 6 after party with DJ Hot Sauce. All right, Senny. Where we at? Hold on. ADHD's kicking in. It's 8 a.m. on the East Coast, and wherever time it is where you're at, you already know what it is. It's 0-0 at the top of the hour. Senny, what the hell is going on in the world? And thanks everyone for your input and your conversation on the. I'm out the door. Senny's staying. Barbi, you're staying, right? I'm out the door. I'm gone. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't.
Yield to the mom. That's all you need.
I'm not yielding to nothing. I'm gonna get me. I'm gonna get me another new neighbor out here.
Whatever.
I know how to solve that problem. Have another baby.
Go ahead
And he
leave.
said,
And I'm out.
that is not going to solve the problem.
How you gonna
And
feel
then I'ma
paying
name-
for a baby named after?
That's right. And now I'm gonna name the baby after you.
But you're going to be causing more problems.
I don't care. We just gonna go bonkers with this. Senny, if I named the baby after you and you saw the baby, would you recognize the baby? If you and I broke up because you named the child after your first love or whoever, baby, and I had another baby by somebody else, and I named the baby after you on some passive aggressive ish, would you recognize the new child?
What?
Yeah, like if
tell
you-
our kid that they have a sibling?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, of course you're gonna tell them that, but the sibling's name is your name. Would that be weird? Would you feel weird if a baby father named his new baby after you and you dealt with them? Would you feel weird about that, or would that be a good ego boost?
I don't know.
It'd be strange, wouldn't it?
It would be. I'd be like, why'd you do that?
Right.
Especially depending on how we broke up. If we broke up cool, then I might be like, oh, that's
No, this was a horrific breakup. And then the baby mother, his new baby mother, finds out, and then she steps to you.
Don't come over here with that. You better check your man.
I don't know what's going on with that over
Right.
there.
All right, Cindy, what's going on?
There was shootings this weekend. Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney said he's so fed up having to worry about guns in an interview late Monday night. After 2 police officers were shot during the city's 4th of July fireworks, and at least 6 people were killed in a mass shooting at a parade in Highland Park in Illinois. Kenney complained of a lack of gun control in Pennsylvania. The holiday had started out laid back and chill before the multiple shootings, he told reporters. But we live in America, and we have the Second Amendment, and we have the Supreme Court of the United States telling everybody they can carry a gun wherever they want. He went on to say he would take care of guns if he could, but said lawmakers won't let the necessary gun control measures go anywhere. This is a gun country. It's crazy, he said. We're the most armed country in world history, and we're one of the least safest. Until Americans decide that they want to give up the guns and give up the opportunity to get guns, we're going to have this problem. I'll be happy when I'm not mayor.
He is upset.
Dang, Mayor, what's his name? Kenny?
Well, I hope
Mayor
those
Jim
words.
Kenney.
I hope those words don't come back to bite his ass when he run for re-election.
Right.
Now,
I don't think he wants
I don't think he wants
He's
it.
done.
Philadelphia.
It's a terrible job to have. It's in some cities it's an honorary job to have, because you don't have the political pressures of the responsibilities of having the job. Cities like Philadelphia, like maybe one of the top most populated cities in the country. This is a man that probably don't even go to sleep. As soon as you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody got shot. Somebody, like, he's that guy. And then he's got to go to a daycare center in the daytime. Then it's just nothing but bad news all day. Imagine having a job and everything you're getting is bad news. And this is what Jim Kenny of the state of the city of Philadelphia is going through. Now, it's open season. You can't even do the Great Babylonian holiday. I would recognize Juneteenth before I would recognize 4th of July in the current state that in my mind today. And you're doing the fireworks, and black folks were slaves. What freedom are we talking about? Because black folks was still in bondage and chains and getting whipped and coming from Africa to United States of America when this country was born, as they say, in July the 4th, 1776. Now, granted, they are most folks celebrate holidays, don't even care about the circumstance about the holiday. For example, Memorial Day is these folks have ran out there and got killed on beaches protecting this country, and there's a percentage of folks that recognize that, and then honestly, the rest of us we're going to a picnic. It's a day off. I get that. I truly do. But when now in these days, do we say copycat? We could use that term as well, because these young folks, because of social media and the internet, folks have just completely lost their mind. You lose your identity. It becomes a disconnect from social media to real life. And if you think that that's not a problem in society today, you are absolutely terribly mistaken. And I say this because these young folks, man, who have no regard for life, they go on the dark web, they in their house, they masturbating in a dark room. They're 18 to 25. They're pissed off with their lives. Their mother took away their PlayStation. And then they have the ability to go purchase an assault rifle. And then someone says something slick to them on social media, and then they lose it. And I'm going to get them back. And that's what's going on here. Social media, I love social media. And how many times I keep telling you, 65% of it is real, 35% of it isn't. There's a lot of acting on social media. There's a lot of narcissism on social media. There's a lot of me on social media. And there's still nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to a point, just like the young lady who we made up the whole McDonald's thing with the kids, that was so made up, was so good that we kept the narrative going on different memes. That was hilarious. And we kept that conversation going, even though it wasn't even real. And a lot of these people who go out shooting people have an alternate reality. Reality is not reality no more. Reality is what you make it. And that's the problem. So these young folks, the guys who were in Philadelphia, right? Yeah. Man, Kenny's right. I would say the same thing. I don't want this job no more because there's nothing you could do. You can't. There's no win here. The state of Pennsylvania, you could go get a gun right now, today. Everybody, if you live in the state of Pennsylvania, you run a background check, 30 minutes, you got a gun.
Sure, it's that easy.
It's really that easy. It really is.
I did it.
Me too. But it's really that easy. And to have the right to have a child at the age of 18, you could get a gun, but you can't drink.
It's crazy.
It's sad. I think the age to have a gun, if you're not in the service industry or protecting something in the military, should be 30 years old. It should be, because maybe there might be the last bit of development in your brain to have that common sense to go, this is wrong. Did they catch the guy that did the shooting in Philadelphia yet?
They caught him.
I hope they caught him, and then we get on to the next shooting. And what? So we celebrate the 4th of July, the almighty Babylonian holiday. Shout out to the country. 200 and some. How old is this country? This country is relatively young comparison to all the other countries. But whatever the ages of this country, God bless it. But now, when you go outside to gather, you got this little bugged out little kid over here that's 20 years old, 18, living in the dark web. I said 65. He's living in this his own reality. And he's living in the dark. And there's a lot of people out there, and we should all remain vigilant each and every time we go outside. Because you don't know who's out there now, and everybody has a gun. Mayor Kenny, I say this to you. Thank God for Jesus. Quit that job right now, bro. Get out of there, man. Say what?
I said he's probably on the verge.
Get out of there, bro. It's nothing you can do.
He's sick of them people.
Everybody protect themselves. This war is actually, in this country, is more substantial than the war in Ukraine and Russia. At least they are shooting at each other. I give that war the utmost respect. They're shooting at each other. They're beefing with each other. These young kids' beef is with everybody else. And then you take it out on us and shoot us dead. What's the next story, Senny? Be careful in these streets.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, especially going to like large gatherings and stuff like that.
No more large gatherings, but come to the Iron Mule this Sunday, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Is going down. No shooting.
Yeah, I don't think there's
gonna be no shooting.
going on there.
We're going to shoot some jokes out there. We're going to get a laugh on. That's what we're going to do.
Pastor Creflo Dollar, who once asked congregants to help him buy a $65 million jet so he could spread the word, now admits he misled them about tithing. In a new video, the controversial 30,000 member World Changers Church International preacher sounds like he is turning over a new leaf and urged his congregants to throw away every book, tape, and video he's sold to them on the topic of tithing in a Sunday sermon titled The Great Misunderstanding. Creflo Dollar made the daunting confession about his misguided understanding of tithing while citing Romans 6:14 in the Holy Bible to corroborate his claim that Christians now live under grace and not the laws of the Old Testament. The prosperity pastor now says he's been all wrong about his tithing beliefs, which by definition, tithing means to give a portion, usually 10% of your income as an offering to your local church. Creflo explains his newfound stance, saying tithing is Old Testament teaching and is no longer pertinent for New Testament believers. He explains that some from the Old Testament school of belief took the 10% and applied it as the recommended minimum for Christians in their giving. But he now says the manufactured 10% figure is all wrong. In quoting Romans 6:14, where it says, "For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under the grace." You are under grace, not laws, he said. So he's changing direction, doing a 180 in his trajectory of thought years after he took fire for asking his parishioners to donate $300 each so he could buy a $65 million Gulfstream G650 jet for doing ministry abroad. He in his new ministry, he uses a term called honor giving. Many have accused him of enriching himself on the backs of lower income worshipers. Pastor Michael Clayton of the First Baptist Church is not here for his new revelation, and he called him out in a Facebook post saying, until Creflo Dollar has a Zacchaeus spirit, which involves giving the people a refund for all the tapes, videos, books, and other materials they bought from him, I am not moved by his new revelation on tithing. That is still flawed. It's flawed because he said Jesus Christ used the law in his teachings. For example, in Matthew 4, 7, and 10, whenever Jesus said it is written, that was the law being used to combat the temptations of the devil. So
Creflo
there's that.
Is nothing but a crook. Has always been, will always be. Oh, you got what you wanted from the people. Now you just want to have a revelation. Man, sit your tail down.
Is he a crook?
Yes, he's a dead.
I don't
crook.
think he is.
He's a crook.
People join the church. Shout out to Union Grove Baptist Church. That's my cousin's church. They're a legit church. You know, these churches, and boy, the pastor, Frederick Crawford, my first cousin, this guy, and like most pastors out there, this guy has an organized run church that's a business.
That's what church is.
You know, they do the right thing. They get federal funding. They get all the things that they need to do.
Right.
They get the folks tied, you know, whatever you can afford. And that's the way it's done. And 90% of churches out here perform that way as well. Then you got the 10%. You got the hustlers out here. This guy's a hustler. Is he a crook? No, he's not a crook. What he did was he did the pimp game. What he did, he manipulated everyone. Is it criminal? You knew that you wasn't supposed to give this guy your last little bit of money. You knew that. He actually flaunted it in front of your face. So now, because this is the good part of social media, the 65% that I keep talking about, now you got facts. People are calling you out. And now you have to change your ways. Yes, I agree. What the other pastor said, give folks some refunds.
Right. Give money
people
back.
give them back their money. You are the worst. You know you are. Boy, I know your narcissist must be on a whole nother level. But you, sir, was it a criminal act? It borderlines with criminal. Did you manipulate people? Yes. Did you take people money, hard-earned money? Yes. You're flaunting this around for religious purposes and God and a lot of people, again, I talked about this before, people get mad at me. A lot of people take religion and manipulate it. People manipulate religion. That's facts. I mean, you can sit there, Shawn, don't talk. Everybody gets weird when I start talking about religion. You know how I feel about it. But this is facts. This guy is he's pimping the gay. And boy, God, Senny, I guess his personal space is dynamic. He probably walks in a room floating. He got the big shoes on, the big car, big hat, smiling, and you just want to give him your money. So we got a part to play in that as well. We have a part to play in it. We, or his folks, created him. Kept giving him money.
Yeah.
So do you get some of your money back? I say for him, you should do the right thing. Give these people back their money.
Right.
Cash app them back some money, something, $5, $10, anything.
But my thing is
But you play a part in it too.
They paid for those things.
Yeah.
They knew what it was. So
Exactly.
why would he give a refund?
Yeah, you're right about that as well.
They wanted his motivational, like.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he know because he's making this speech, so you know you're wrong. So that's why I say, give back some of the money. I do agree.
He's saying that he misunderstood. I mean,
Senny,
even what he's saying
all
right
now. All play on words, Senny. He know he was ripping them people off and misleading them. So
that's
he
it.
try to play on words.
Now, it's called mental gymnastics.
Right,
The whole thing is this. Sir, do the right thing. Give everybody $20 each. How much is you worth?
They're gonna need a little more than $20.
Give them $100 each. I mean, because it's probably a million people. Give them all $75 each, and then get out the game, bro. You're a multi-millionaire. You're playing yourself. And change your name. What's his name again? Creflo.
Dollar.
And that's his real name, too.
Oh, man. Let me see what he looks like.
Creflo Augustus
Augustus.
Dollar.
Don't trust.
Wait, and he a damn junior.
Don't trust any black man named Augustus. See, what's the next story? Look at this guy. Don't chase. See, look, he's swagged out.
Creflo Augustus.
He was locked up in jail.
If you are a good speaker,
he's a
people
good
are gonna
right.
Get people to give them their money.
You're right.
And that's what these people do.
And that's what they
don't
did.
care if everybody gets out here. Motivational speakers, people want to do that because they feel like they're, getting something.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but he changed his narrative. That's the problem.
He's worth $27 million.
$27 million. Give these guys $100.
He could give some money back.
Give $50 each back to these folks. Go ahead, Senny. What else? What about the pastor that married the 18-year-old? But go ahead, what's your next story?
Money back.
What pastor made in there?
Yeah, some pastor online. He's 63 years old, married 18-year-old, and he got on the pulpit and bragged about it. What else you got?
Yeah, the man is the upper S.
Hold on, Barbi. Let's clap for Senny. She's doing this hungover, completely hungover.
right,
So
Senny.
tired.
Only thing missing is the cocaine. Go ahead, Senny.
A man is arrested for the Upper
Senny,
East
imagine
Side
you
shooting.
and I did the freaking cocaine together.
I wish I had some cocaine right now.
Oh
Wait.
man, no, Senny, you don't want that.
A woman's
Senny.
former boyfriend
Senny,
was
Senny,
charged.
hold on, Senny, how would the relapse be horrific with me and you?
No, I don't think so.
So, Senny, if I
It'd be
put
good.
a whole thing of cocaine on the table, you're not gonna try to stop me?
I was Sean.
I'd be like, Sean, are you sure about this?
Continue on, Senny.
I'm knocking it over.
A woman's former boyfriend was charged with killing her while she was pushing a stroller. Isaac Argo, 22 of Brooklyn, was arrested and charged in the death of Asia Johnson, 20 years old, who was walking with her 3-month-old daughter in a stroller when she was shot in the head on East 95th Street and Lexington Avenue Wednesday night. Argo is Johnson's ex-boyfriend and believed to be the baby's father. He was charged Saturday evening with 1 count of second-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon. So, yeah, he's going down. They caught him fast,
I'm glad
which
they
we
did.
knew he was going to do. So,
Right, 'cause how
yeah, that's really horrible.
that makes no sense. It's hard to
So,
say.
yeah, they caught him, so he's off the streets. And, I mean, I think it's also, she went, I don't know why they went with second-degree murder, because I felt like he lured her there because she said that she was going to meet him because she wanted, her baby to know, I don't know, I guess reconcile some type of relationship. Like, she was already staying in a DV shelter, which is why it's so heartbreaking. Sometimes these people, with the kids, they want to, you can't communicate with people like this. So, her family definitely, they did a press conference saying about how they were happy that he was caught. It gives them a little bit of justice, even though their daughter is not here anymore. So, shout out to the NYPD for doing that.
Again, before you move on, Senny. This is policing. I was never for defunding police, by the way. Back in the George Floyd days, that defunct thing, it didn't make sense to me.
Because they're saying defund the police to take their money away from using artillery on people and put it into other resources. That's what defund the police means.
Can I finish? Thank you.
Yeah, you can
Thank
finish
you.
now. Go ahead.
Take it easy. Because there's true policing here. Like, this was true policing. This is them using the resources to find this young man or whoever. The truth. No disrespect to the police officers that patrol and, try to keep law and order on a civil level. Speeding and breaking up domestic violence. No disrespect to that. I'm not minimizing any of that. This is true policing, where they gotta look at the camera, figure this guy out, and find the person. And Senny, you brought this story up the other day, right? When it happened, and the first thing out of my mouth was, you don't, to this young man, you don't have the resources to commit a crime like this.
Right, exactly.
You don't have the resources. You're not Tom Cruise. This is not Mission Impossible. You could barely get off the block. You probably never left the hood. I say that respectively. And then you take it upon yourself. I don't care what's going on with this situation with this 20-year-old mother who lives in the shelter. Hey, you're right, Senny. That is horrific. It's a terrible situation. And then you kill her?
Yes, sir.
You kill her for what reason? Because you're hurt? And Senny, it goes back to the gun laws. And for sure, in New York, you can't. It's illegal to have a gun in New York. Well, at the moment, the Supreme Court thought Senny had another opinion. So it's open season in New York soon.
Yep.
Stay out of there. I'm going to the Bronx. I'm going in the morning. And then you have the gall to walk up to this woman in broad daylight. And you shoot this woman as she's has her baby in the carriage. Sir, who do you think you are? Look how easy it was to find you. Where did they find him? They probably found him. Where?
No, it doesn't say.
Probably
They
found
found
him
him in New York, though.
They found him in New York somewhere. Because there's nowhere you can go.
Right, where he gonna go?
They locked down the city because of you. Second-degree manslaughter, I will bump that charge up.
Should have got murder.
I mean, a second-degree murder, I would bump that charge up to first degree. I would take my chances on that because that was a premeditated act. If you walked up on somebody and I hate to say it, you shoot somebody in the head, that was premeditated. I don't care if you lost your mind and you snapped and that becomes second degree. No, first degree murder. Boy, I wish I was running things. You get the death penalty tomorrow. You'll get the death. You see, because look in Russia, like Brittany. What's the last name? Griner. They do a freaking. They have a trial.
That's crazy.
For a few days. That's it, and then they sentence you. That's what they do out there. Or if I was running things, brother, you get the firing squad. What was that movie? Victrum? What's it called? Victrum?
I don't know. Never heard
Vikram? Is Princess in that chat room?
He was. Not sure if he's still here.
It was a movie. Tom Cruise, Barbie Cologne.
Okay, let me see.
He played Victrum. I might be saying it wrong. I'm probably saying it wrong. He played a part. They wanted to take down Senny. They wanted to take down Hitler.
Okay.
The German political system. They already had a dude in place, and they tried to do a coup with Tom Cruise being the lead person in the coup, and they tried to kill Hitler, but they didn't. And then Hitler and the crew found out that it was all of them, right? Senny, this is a very good movie. You got to watch this movie. And Senny, when Tom Cruise and all of them got busted, for trying to overturn the Nazis, Senny, guess what they did?
What?
Valkyrie. Oh my God, you gotta see this one. Senny.
That don't even sound like.
Yeah,
what you were trying
at least but it sounded well enough till you could find it.
I was able to get a V.
It sounded well enough for you to find it.
When you
Senny,
said Hitler, I just put Tom Cruise and Hitler.
Senny, you know what they did? They walked these guys. Put a number one in the chat when we've seen this movie. Senny, they walked these guys in the courtyard. Senny, they walked them in the courtyard. Firing squad gone.
Wow.
Gone.
What?
Out. They didn't have a chance to change their uniforms, call their mother, none of that. Firing squad.
No last word.
So if you want to have all these guns in this country, let's bring back the firing squad. Since we got enough guns out there.
I mean.
But no, Shawn, that's wrong, bro. You know, eye for an eye. Not good, man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This young man needs that firing squad on his ass. Will that deter crime? I don't know. But let's give it a try. Let's bring back that old school firing squad. Put a number one in the chat room if you want the firing squad to come back. Give me 2 number ones. Firing squad that ass. And use those old Winchesters. Use those old single guns, shotguns. Kill them slow. What else you got?
That's ridiculous, Shawn.
Senny, are you for the firing squad?
Yeah.
Little firing squad in your life?
A little firing squad. That's kind of like, don't they consider that like inhumane?
Think about the dead people that got murdered.
I mean, yeah.
South Carolina that still has it?
Senny, firing squad, bro.
50 on
Senny.
capital punishment.
Senny, you're hungover today. Look at me real quick. Senny, little firing squad, bro. You get some tickets. They're giving free admission for firing squad. You know, little schedule.
No.
Would you go down there and see something like that?
No, I couldn't see something like that. Or like when people do like stonings, like don't they still do that in the Middle East a little bit? Like that is very brutal.
But Senny, you wouldn't want to see a quick firing squad, a little action?
No. I don't want to see somebody die.
Barbie, would you want to see some firing squad?
I don't want to see it. I mean, I don't care I shouldn't say I don't care, but I don't mind if that's the law that they have, but I wouldn't want to witness it.
I would.
Right.
Put a number one chat room if you want to see a little afternoon of fire squad activity.
Like you would be a witness to somebody getting the
Yeah, hell yeah.
the death.
Yeah, hey, I tell you this, CJ. This young man who committed this crime with this mother, 20 years old, with a baby. This is her horrific crime, and they had a firing squad, $20 admission. Harvey's in the building.
You know, some states here
Harvey's in the building. I'm there.
still have firing squad as their form of execution.
Some states?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Utah, South Carolina. As a matter of fact, South Carolina executed a man in April of 2020.
Firing squad?
About firing squad.
See?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah. Crazy.
So why don't they
still
bring
have it.
something like that
They should
to
bring it all
New
over the
York,
place.
New Jersey, the city of Philadelphia, no, the state of Pennsylvania? Let's bring back some firing squad. Let's make some money off of this. Give the money to the victims, put it on pay-per-view, or go on out there and witness it somewhere in a controlled environment. You go to state prison or whatever, you get that firing squad popping. You could do Sunday brunch firing squad.
No, not Sunday brunch firing squad. Sean.
Midnight Madness.
No. That's not.
The turn up. Put a number one in the chat room if you with the firing squad like Harvey.
No. I don't want to see it.
No. Brittany Griner
Sir.
writes.
Hold on, whoa. Senny. VIP seats. VIP seats.
No.
Get a dinner. Get a little Uber, pick you up, drive you off.
You're going to need some
They give you a little
drinks.
$500 cash to witness a little firing squad. Sit up in front. You're in a protective shield just in case that blood splatter anywhere.
No, Sean.
No, we don't
And you
want
know
that.
that's what these Babylonians used to do when they used to hang black people.
I know,
Right.
I get it,
That's
but I'm
why
talking
I'm
about
thinking-
now. I'm talking
No,
about now. I'm talking about right
no.
now.
It's
Because it'd be
not
more
nice.
us
But
dying by
wait a minute.
firing squad than anybody else.
But Barbie Cologne, before
I don't
we
like
move on.
that.
Thank
But Barbie
you,
Cologne.
Barbie.
You're
But
welcome,
in
Sandy.
situations like this where you know it's open and shut. This is the open and shut. There's no disputing this.
Right.
There's no disputing that this guy did it. I can understand under certain circumstances where we don't know, but he's got to spend the rest of his life in jail. But we don't know. I'm talking about situations like this where, before you get to the Britney thing, where we know that this young man did this. Fire squad that ass. And what about the guy who just killed the people yesterday in Philadelphia when they found him and they prove it? Or the guy in Chicago? No, little firing squad action? Nothing? Come on, guys. What they saying in the chat room? Are they doing firing squad? Yes or no?
Lee Scott said, maybe onto something.
Thank you.
A pay-per-view of firing squad would do numbers.
Bobby,
Y'all
you
are
wouldn't.
horrible.
But Bobby, you don't think? All right, or put a little dab of that on the social media sites.
Not social. I know.
Well, that's where we all at. Bobby, say you ain't doing nothing Saturday night. You scroll by the TV, get that firing squad app.
Not the app.
And it's an app. And then you pop on it, and then they had the daily, rotations of fire squad victims. And then they highlight. Then you got to pay extra for the celebs.
You know they wouldn't be on there.
No, but I'm just saying, like this guy would be a celebrity getting a victim that's getting ready to get killed. Like this guy. Pay Barbie, pay $1.99. They have commentators out there, dudes in tux, like the boxing guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have a rink out there, and then the dude come up,
Sean.
and then you watch all the action, and they might have like 4 or 5 firing squad tournaments per day. All the money goes to the family. No?
I'd rather just let them torture him, like bury him in a dirt and just like let wild animals eat at his head.
Go ahead,
Like,
Senny.
just do that. Let him suffer a little bit.
No suffering. Why?
suffer a little
And
bit.
then look, that cleans up. How much money does it cost? Like, it's going to cost the state of New York probably $50,000 a year to keep this guy in jail for the rest of his
No,
life.
but it's cheaper. Just bury his behind
Just-
the dirt
just-
and leave his head
just
out.
put
you
him
get some
up-
wild dogs who ain't ate.
Put him out there on the wall
It's cheap.
I know the pack of wild dogs. I get it. That's Harvey's solution to
Right,
certain
that's
things.
you.
No. But these type of situations, you put them up against that wall and you get them out of here, and you charge. Who's watching that? I'll be honest. I will watch something like
Sean,
that.
it'll be more fun because y'all can take bets on how long he gonna last, which dog gonna kill him.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Who's the last bite?
No. I get that part of it, but I'm talking about this part.
That'd be a
When it comes
sport.
down to this straight up killing like this, firing squad is his neighbor. And pay for it. Put it on my chat room if you're watching this. $1.99. It's an app. Firing Squad.
The app.
What else?
People gonna watch it.
You damn right.
They're gonna watch it for sure.
You damn right.
Watch it.
Brittany,
And then we get free membership if you're the family of the victim. Want to see your cousin get killed? You get 50 cents for that. Okay.
Brittany Griner writes a letter to President Biden asking for his help. She has made an appeal to President Joe Biden in a letter passed to the White House through her representatives, saying she feared she might never return home and asking that he not forget about her and other American detainees. Griner's agent, Lindsay Kagawa-Colas, said the letter was delivered on Monday. Most of the letter's contents to President Biden remain private, though Griner's representative shared a few lines from the handwritten note. She said, as I sit here in a Russian prison, alone with my thoughts and without the protection of my wife, family, friends, Olympic jersey, or any accomplishment, I'm terrified I might be here forever. On the 4th of July, our family normally honors the service of those who fought for our freedom, including my father, who is a Vietnam War veteran. It hurts thinking about how I usually celebrate this day because freedom means something completely different to me this year. The two-time Olympic gold medalist, in the midst of a trial in Russia that began last week after she was arrested on February 17th on charges of possessing cannabis oil while returning to play for her Russian team. Her trial is set to resume on Thursday. Fewer than 1% of defendants in Russian criminal cases are acquitted, and unlike in U.S. courts, acquittals can be overturned. The White House National Security Council confirmed the White House has received Griner's letter. They stated, we believe the Russian Federation is wrongfully detaining Brittany. President Biden has been clear about the need to see all U.S. nationals who are held hostage or wrongfully detained abroad released, including Brittany. The U.S. government continues to work aggressively, using every available means to bring her home. Griner pleaded with Biden in the letter to use his powers to ensure her return, saying, please do all you can to bring us home. I voted for the first time in 2020, and I voted for you. I believe in you. I still have so much good to do with my freedom that you can help restore. I miss my wife. I miss my family. I miss my teammates. It kills me to know they are suffering so much right now. I am grateful for whatever you can do at this moment to get me home. Griner has been able to have sporadic communications with family, friends, and WNBA players through an email her agent has set up. The emails are printed out and delivered in bunches to Griner by her lawyer after they are vetted by Russian officials. Once the lawyers get back to their office, they'll scan any responses from Griner and pass them back to the U.S. to send along, Griner isn't the only American being wrongfully detained in Russia. Paul Whelan, who is a former Marine and security director, is serving a 16-year sentence on an espionage conviction.
CJ, before we move on to our next story, God bless. Shout out to Mama Harvey and my Aunt Mary, who was in town, and my Aunt Netta, and my beloved cousin Jillian's getting married today, and they're all going up to the wedding up in upstate New Jersey. And I wish you guys have a tremendous wedding today, and God bless all of you folks. Sure. And I see you guys tomorrow. Now,
congratulations.
Now, I ain't going to the wedding. Now, I'm wedding out.
They didn't invite him.
That's what it was. He didn't get an invitation.
I did get an invitation.
Shout out to you, Jillian.
What's wrong with you people?
Shout out to you, Jill.
What's wrong with you people? Just because y'all don't get invited to a lot of places like
She
that, they don't get mad
They
at me.
didn't want to deal with the mayhem.
I've turned
They
down.
want that neighbor up in here.
I turned down invitations that you guys would dream to go to. Now listen.
Whatever, Sean.
Now listen to me. Listen to me.
BG.
first of all, I sympathize, man. I know, like, this is extreme measures, and you got to now humble yourself. The first thing, Joe Biden can't even pass an energy bill in Congress.
Girl, he ain't think about you.
He got his own problems.
Right, we got more.
The man is falling off a bike. The man is 3,000 years old.
Oh,
goodness. He's about to lose power in Congress in November if these Democrats don't get their ish together. He got a whole nother problem. And Brittany.
You better off writing to Kamala.
For real.
She seemed to have some time on her hands.
A lot of time.
Only thing she's doing is waiting for Joe to miss a heartbeat.
So she can step
Now-
on it.
Kamala ain't doing a
Now,
damn thing.
in your plea, in your letter, oh God, it breaks my heart. In that letter, you should never say you
were
voted
really
for the
showing-
first time
Right.
and you voted for you.
You're looking bad.
You don't do that. Because you could tell, it's just a guess. Man, the way she looks, I'm not, labeling the young lady, or maybe a little anti-government. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but hold on, she only got that vibe. She got that vibe. Now, it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it.
Damn
But
right.
now, a lot of times, when people are anti-government, now you need the government. But Brittany, unfortunately, you put yourself on a pedestal. But what about the others? You say me and the others. You shouldn't even put your name in it. You should say all of us that's detained in here, because it's not fair to the others. You are now clumped in with the other detainees in Russia as an American. I think, Brittany, you should change the narrative. Boy, I sympathize with you. You're in jail. You're 6'9". I don't know what type of cell they got you in. They probably got you in the same cell they would put an average size person. You can't do anything. I know you must be losing your mind. I sympathize with you, young lady. But unfortunately, it's about everybody. There's a spy over there, one of the Tom Cruise guys. He's over there for 16 years. He's parked. There's another guy over there for 10 years. There's another woman over there for 11 years. But you know what the Russians doing? The Russians, they playing those mind games. The Russians is like, yo, you want Brittany? Give us Igor Savanovich,
Not Igor.
the one who killed 17 Americans that's serving Fed time life in the United States.
They gonna be like, no.
So the Russians are like, yo, all right, Brittany over here crying. Yo, want Brittany? We want this dude. And how would that feel if they make a prisoner exchange for Brittany and Igor? How would Igor's family feel? The ones that he killed that were Americans. How would you feel if your family, your beloved family member died of a Russian intelligence officer serving life in jail in the United States, is freed on a prisoner exchange? Because that's the only way this is going to work. Senny just said not even 1%. I'm scared for you, young lady. Not 1%, not even 1% is the acquittal rate in Russia. They don't give a F. The Disney Corporation, Senny J, McDonald's, all our high-end brands and all our nationally known brands have left Russia. Oh my God, yo, Brittany. Unfortunately, your timing is horrific and perplexed. This was the worst time,
Right.
to get arrested in Russia. These are just, you are not a prisoner. You're now a political pawn.
Do they have visitation over there? Like,
Hell
can
no.
Can her wife go over there?
No. She
don't
goes
think
over
she
there.
see anybody
She
but
gets
her.
detained. If she could have went over there, she would have been there already.
I don't know.
And
There's
wife,
no visitation.
and wife, if you're about that life, go to Russia.
I'm gonna.
You
say
can't
there's
go to
no
Russia
idea.
because you're gonna get locked up.
No, that's.
I'm sorry.
She got locked
I'm
up
I
because
hope,
of what she
listen,
had.
I hope and
People can
pray
still go
that
to
on her
Russia.
next court date, on some immaculate conception, they let this young lady out. Please know that. I'm for it. I want it. And all the others. But what about the other people that's locked up in jail? Why don't we do a whole swipe of all the federal Russian prisoners the Russian prisoners that are in federal lockup? Why don't we give them all back to Russia, and then Russia give us all the Americans back? Why don't you just do that?
Because she's not that important to the U.S. Clearly.
She or the others?
Well, they're not going to use her situation to try to negotiate something like that because she isn't that important to the U.S.
She probably is, but the others
she
too.
Said, well, all that I've done, I want to know what have she's done.
What do you mean? What has she
Brittany,
done?
didn't she say that in her letter?
Yeah.
All that I have done, I have so much more to do. What have you done? Like, what charities have you started? Let me see if I can Google something.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you might want to find out what she's done before you actually go into that. But it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't even matter. The whole problem with this situation is you made a fatal, terrible mistake. Of course, you're a good person. Well, you see, you did kick some ass back in the day. That's well documented. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna push that to the side. You are a good person. You just made a terrible, terrible mistake. Senny, if that was you and you was locked up, I'll go over there and visit you. But they can't go over there. The wife can't go to you. There is a ban. Barbi Cologne. They banned Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and a bunch of other folks could never go to Russia again. They banned them. Russia banned the president from ever coming there again. You think that Brittany Griner's wife is going to go there?
Oh, she had a shoe drive.
Okay, she had a shoe drive, so then that's commendable. That's what's up. So, Barbi, you have to take that back. She has done something. She has done something in the community, okay? She had a sneaker drive, a shoe drive. But still in all, the Russians don't care about this. And I'm fearful for you. I hope you don't lose your mind. Because, Senny, remember they released the other guy a few months ago? They had him there for 5 years. He come out cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He come out of jail.
And that was in 2016, and I don't see anything.
Well, at least she did something.
She like she did a whole lot.
Well, then maybe that might be a whole lot to her. He came out crazy. Brittany, I don't know, man. This is gonna be. If they sentence you to 10 years, done.
Crazy.
And it's crazy. And Joe Biden's not going to do nothing for you. Joe Biden has an abortion issue to deal with in this country.
Right.
Which it's going to take literally a generation to overturn. Senny, if everybody stays alive.
Right.
Brittany, in your case, you better hope that some of these justices fall out so he can nominate some liberal justice to overturn this. Then we got the gun laws in this country. See, Senny, all of this is bad timing for her.
All of this. It's always bad timing. Something's always going on. Every time there's a new president, there's always like these catastrophes that just start coming out of nowhere. All this crazy stuff.
And what are we to do? What I said at the beginning of this, Senny, I said she's going to miss that NBA, that WNBA season that you and Barbi Cologne don't even care about, which is fine. I don't care either. But my whole thing is it. And then what happened? All-Star game. Here come the playoffs. You don't think the Russians know this?
Yeah, that's why I said I think her stupid team that she was over there playing for, you would think they have a little bit more, they're sticking up for her. They're not even sticking up for her.
Senny, how can they stick up for her when they have a whole different philosophy on government? If the Russian basketball team say something about her, they're all going to jail. They arrested 800 people in jail. They put I don't know what the size of the jails. Senny, when the Russians invaded Ukraine, they arrested 800 people for protesting out in front of the square or whatever. I'm for sure they probably let these folks out. But you get arrested for protesting in Russia.
Get arrested. Stand behind your teammate who is over there playing for y'all.
So you want them all to be in the same situation?
Yeah.
So do you think, Senny, that do you think that her family members and the basketball team here in the U.S. should go over there as well and protest in front of the Kremlin?
Yes.
And then they get arrested?
Well,
right.
No, I don't think that they should get arrested. But I mean, if you have advocates in the country that were there, I mean, it's not like, where are these people at? They're not even saying nothing. Like, you know, you obviously have a relationship with them. That's why you was over there playing for them. And the fact that they're not saying anything or trying to host something or speaking to their lawmakers or whatever, like, what are y'all doing? And we should put pressure on them.
Senny, remember we talked about the, remember you was crying about.
Maybe nobody should buy money to go see their games because they're not helping her. Like,
Who, the Russian team or the American team?
the Russian team.
Are you serious?
Like, put pressure, like, I don't know.
Senny, remember
pressure on
you
that
was
Russian
remember
team.
you was crying about Hong Kong and when the it was time for the Chinese communist country to take over Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing. They have different philosophies that don't apply to where we live today.
Wow.
That's why it's and Brittany again, man. I'm
matter.
sorry that this happened to you, and I hope that and for the record, I hope that they release you. When's the next court date? Next tomorrow?
Yes, all government is oppressive. It's on Thursday.
It's this Thursday,
Yes.
and they're going to give the verdict or the trial is? Because then they say the trial's going to go.
I don't know. They said that trials are usually one day, but
Oh,
it
my God.
started last week, so I
All
don't
right.
know what the
Well,
problem
Brittany,
is.
I hope that you in that 1% where they acquit you. I'm saying that for the record. But my whole thing is this: when you go
Yeah,
and
like,
you
what's
are
your
a woman, Barbie, see how much she's worth. You are a woman that's wealthy. You're the first basketball woman to dunk. You're 6'9". God knows what that vagina looks like. God knows what a 6'9" vagina looks like.
$17 million.
She's worth $17 million. And you know what, Brittany, like, listen, I understand that you have, excuse me, what's wrong, Cindy? Have you ever been in a 6'9" vagina before? I've never been in a 6'9" vagina.
Really, Shawn?
I've never have.
I can't.
The highest I've been into is height wide is 6'1".
Yeah, that's tall.
But that was great. That worked for you, but 6'9".
He tells her that's great.
And before we get out of here, we don't got him. And Barbie, before we go, I would like you to read that commercial one more time. Thank you.
Okay.
Here we go. Brittany, listen, I love smoking weed too. I just can't because it destroys my life. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Brittany. It's your uncle talking to you. I love the Hennessy too. I could outdrink everybody in this room, even Senny J. But I can't. It destroys my life.
Yeah.
I could do cocaine with the best of them.
You say with the best of them.
I've seen people OD and die in front of me, and I kept getting high. I get it. But you can't go to the airport dirty. Throw all that paraphernalia and drugs in the garbage and go to the airport. I hope this wasn't something stupid where you forgot and you hide and you go in the airport and you forgot and you're like, yo, check my bag, son. I hope this is not the case.
That's probably just what it was. She forgot she had it.
So, Brittany, unfortunately, there's a responsibility that you played in this. But the Russian government, you're dead wrong, of course. Like I said, you're using this as a political pawn now.
But America can't even help her either because
Why?
they're funding the Ukrainians.
Right.
So why would Russia even give a damn what
that's why we
Biden is
said
talking
they don't
about?
care.
Right, they don't care.
That's why we said they don't care.
So Senny, if
There's
Congress,
nothing to do
it's-
for
it's
her.
right. If Congress came to the president and go, yo, two things can happen here: we stop funding Ukraine, or we release Brittany. You know what Joe Biden's gonna say? Keep that funding going over there.
He should start a war.
So
Should
we're
say, what? What if Biden were to say we're going in there guns blazing and getting our people out of Russia? How would you feel about that? Would you support that?
No.
Would you support him starting a war to get our detainees out?
Nope.
No.
No.
You don't think she's worth it?
No.
Dang.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
And I say this in the most loving way.
And to help the Ukrainians.
Okay.
You can throw that in there
Now,
too.
okay, we throw it in there. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you.
Sprinkle a little of that on there. We're helping the Ukrainians.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't do that. Okay, it's all economics. That gas price is coming down a little bit, right? That gas price.
To $4?
Yeah, $4. I'll take it. Now, if we started an all-out war to save Britney, you better believe tomorrow that gas price is gonna be $12.
I don't think she's worth it.
Oh.
Sorry. I mean, I'm not, I don't think we should go to war another country for one person.
Exactly.
It needs to be something serious.
Yeah. And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Senny J.
No, because now
Senny
you
J.
are putting thousands of other people's lives at risk for what? Wow.
Senny J.
She's not that important.
Senny J. Before we get out of here, ask me if my beloved oldest son was locked up like that.
Shawn, if your beloved older son was locked up in Russia over some cannabis oil, what you gonna do?
No doubt. And my son loved the can.
Yeah.
He loves to be on a whole different horizon.
Right.
I'm gonna tell my son, you're gonna have to do that time, player. It's nothing I can do for you, and it's nothing that we can do. We'll see you in 10 years. God bless. Keep writing.
Not keep writing.
Keep writing.
Right.
We'll see you in 10 years. If I can live long enough, we'll see you when you get back because you're done. There's nothing no one could do about it.
Yeah, it's so sad.
And it's sad, and it's over. All right. Guys, Barbi, one more time, if you don't mind, that event. Thank you.
East Coast R&B takeover for one night only. An evening of soul with Eric Robinson, Avery Sunshine, and Kevin Ross live Saturday, July 30th, 2022 at 7 p.m. at the State Theater of New Jersey. You can purchase your tickets at stnj.org and make sure you purchase your tickets today.
Put a number 1 in the chat room if you want to save your son or daughter. Put a number 2 if you just going that child has to do the time. Put a number 1 if you're going to try to save your son or daughter. Put a number 2 if you have to have that discussion with your child. You're going to have to do that time. Barbi, could you give me 3 number 2s, please? Because my son, and I love him to death, brother, you're going to have to do all those 10 years. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Senny, your son, 10 years, or what you doing?
I'm going over there again. Starting wars, burning stuff down, doing all of that.
Barbi, what you doing?
Of course, I'm gonna try to save my baby. You know.
You can't get to Russia.
I could get to Russia.
Barbi, you can't get there.
I could get there.
They banned the United States from coming to Russia,
We
Barbi.
just gonna have to change the passport. Or
No,
something.
Barbi, you can't get there.
Short.
Barbi, you're a black woman.
They like us over there,
No,
right?
no, you don't. No, they don't like. They're
They like us.
racist as hell over there. Barbi, what are you doing? You helping him out, or he's got to do the 10
No,
years?
I'm gonna help him out best I can.
And what can you do?
Hire some attorneys, whatever we.
None
Whatever
of that
can.
counts from here.
I'm
They
just
don't.
saying,
They have
whatever
their
I
own
can, Sean.
attorneys, Barbi.
I'm not gonna just leave him to rot.
But what is he gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Whatever we can.
But
learning
Joe
Russian.
Biden can't even do nothing.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
They might like my dimples or something.
You're bugging. We'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bringing heat to the street and doing it strong. Smacking you in the face with the classics. It's DJ Young and Nut.